News Channel 5 at 11 is brought to you by Ohio Edison. Now, from the most watched news team in Ohio, this is News Channel 5 at 11.
We shall overcome. We shall beat them down and do what we have to do is come here and play in Baltimore.
Art Modell breaks his silence for the first time since he announced the Browns' move to Baltimore.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Lorna Barrett.
And I'm Ted Henry. Art Modell speaks his mind on the move.
News Channel 5's Matt Underwood joins us now with the details. He's going to beat Cleveland down, huh?
Lorna, Arthur B. Modell today toured Camden Yards in Baltimore to get an idea of what his new stadium might look like. He also decided to give an exclusive interview to our affiliate in Baltimore. Regardless of the continuing court battle over the home of the Browns, Modell says defiantly his team will play in Baltimore.
We shall overcome. We shall beat them down and do what we have to do is come here and play in Baltimore. It'll take some time because the facts are overwhelmingly in our favor. When the owners in the league are presented the facts on January 17, they'll realize that I didn't throw 35 years away for nothing or in a frivolous fashion or precipitously. I don't operate that way. We were reaching a dead end in Cleveland, and something had to be done, and nothing was being done by the politicians there, despite all their promises to the contrary.
As for yesterday's emotion-filled final Browns game in Cleveland Stadium, Modell watched, but obviously from a distance.
It was a draining experience, a traumatic one for me. You can't kick 35 years out the window without having some feelings in the pit of your stomach. I watched it on a satellite. I was saddened by it. The stadium brought back great memories for me, as they did for other people who expressed themselves. But in life, you can't look back, you have to look ahead. But I was saddened by it. It was the end of an era. A new era is beginning here.
Do you think as the emotion dies down from this issue, and it will nationally, when people look at the facts, that you won't be painted maybe with the brush you're being painted with today?
Well, any thinking man looks at the facts, will say, my God, no wonder he did what he did. That goes for the owners in the league, for the public, the man on the street, the cab drivers, the dog pound, my people. The dog pound inhabitant will say, God, I don't blame this guy. When the facts come out, he'll put the blame where it belongs, for the people who had the power to do something and did not.
Now, Modell tap danced around the question of whether he would take the name with him. He did not say they would definitely be the Baltimore Browns like he did back on November the 6th. We will hear more from the embattled Browns owner later in sports. Lorna?
I wonder what the dog pound would have to say about his comments.
Well, I think it's kind of interesting to hear Art Modell say the dog pound are my people.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
Ted?
It may have been the last game at Cleveland Stadium yesterday, but not if the Save Our Browns organization has its way. The organization says the fight goes on to keep the Browns here in town. In fact, Geppetto's Ribs is the latest restaurant chain to start a petition drive. Meanwhile, Huntington Bank is offering a special stadium Visa card now, where a portion of the card's proceeds will be used to renovate the stadium.
I think we're in the couple thousand range already in the cards, and we're shooting for 5, 6, 7,000. Obviously, the more people that use this card, the more money will be generated to help renovate or rebuild a new stadium.
By the way, it's estimated about 3,000 seats were taken or damaged by fans at the end of yesterday's ball game.
Well, turning now to weather, so are we in the path of another ice storm? Don Webster joins us from the News Channel 5 Weather Center. Don?
Well, Lorna, not a real ice storm, more snow than ice, but our situation is this. We now have a weather advisory in effect overnight for the greater Cleveland area and all of northern Ohio for that matter. And this is what we have to look forward to tomorrow. A winter storm warning is in effect, and that warning will be in effect for tomorrow and tomorrow night. And by tomorrow, I mean Tuesday and Tuesday night, for 4 to 6 inches of snow through Tuesday night. Some areas could get as much as 8 inches of snow. It's going to be a very interesting day, to say the least. We'll have snow and blowing snow, northeasterly winds up to 25 miles an hour, gusting to 30. We'll have a complete stormy forecast for you in just a few minutes.
Well, look who blew into town tonight with all bad weather in the forecast. Shock jock Howard Stern. Yep, he's here in our midst at this hour, resting up for a massive book signing appearance in Mayfield Heights tomorrow morning. News Channel 5's Joe Paganakis talks exclusively with Howard Stern and shows us how the usually quiet city is getting prepared for Howard Mania.
There was a lot of newspaper articles, a lot of people who said that the show wouldn't be successful in Cleveland, and the people of Cleveland have embraced the program, so I really appreciate that.
Howard Stern arrived in Cleveland just after 8 o'clock, getting ready for a massive book signing at the Barnes & Noble here in Mayfield Heights. The signing of his new book, Miss America, has already produced lines up to 3 miles long in New York and L.A., but Howard is ready for the masses.
Anybody who's there waiting, I will sign their book. I'm absolutely going to do that. I'm thrilled to be here.
No matter how long it takes?
No matter how long it takes, I'll keep signing unless they throw me out of the bookstore, all right?
And you know, the line into Barnes & Noble here could be up to a mile long. You see, there are expected to be more than 10,000 people hoping to get their book signed by Howard Stern. And it could take up to 7 hours for Howard to sign this mountain of books.
And the Stern appearance has Mayfield Heights police on alert. Extra officers and private security will be called in early tomorrow morning to help with crowd control. A crowd that has already started waiting outside the bookstore, portable heaters and all.
His Howard Stern fans never have trouble. The police in every city say how tame they are and how, you know, they're mellow.
But Barnes & Noble isn't taking any chances. The book company has also brought in additional security and personnel. Still, despite this alert, they're looking for an orderly event.
As this is a place that Howard doesn't often come, we're expecting a lot of people to turn out tomorrow. But we think it's going to be controlled mayhem. That's what we're looking for.
And so the long wait for a Howard Stern autograph is on. And some in Mayfield Heights will be holding their breath until this Miss America and his mountain of books are gone. Joe Paganakis, News Channel 5.
It's crazy, isn't it? By the way, if you aren't in line by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, Barnes & Noble officials say your chances of getting a Howard Stern autograph will be next to slim.
Well, a verdict today for Cuyahoga County Treasurer Frank Gaul. Gaul was found guilty of dereliction of duty in connection with the safe investment fiasco. Prosecutors say the debacle cost the county millions of dollars. Because Gaul was found guilty of a misdemeanor, he will not have to resign. Gaul will be sentenced next month. He could face up to 90 days in jail and a $750 fine.
Don't need to have me tell you this. If you look out your window, snow and more snow. Old Man Winter is walloping northeast Ohio, making roadways very slick, closing many schools. Over 100 schools are now closed. And we will be running a crawl of the closings and delays at the bottom of your screen throughout the morning. And Shock Jock Howard Stern is in Cleveland today. He'll be signing copies of his books at Barnes & Noble in Mayfield Heights, and the line is expected to wrap around the entire building. And that's the news right now, and we return to more of the Morning Exchange. Hi, Fred.